Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Luana, is that you? Hey guys. Yay. It's good to see. Look at my people. I'm so excited. Luana, hi. Lanaya, hi. Miss Antoinette, hi. Hey y'all. Y'all are like my family. I see your names come up on my YouTube videos all the time, and it is like so encouraging to see y'all on this live. Oh, hi, Kenya. Hi, Brenda. Y'all just give me 5 minutes. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7:02. You know, I like to start on time, but 5 minutes late is on time. So, like 7:05 to give all my highs to everyone. Oh, it is good to see y'all. Yes, I am looking at my cell phone, but I feel like even though I'm looking at my cell phone, I feel like y'all are in front of me. So thank y'all for joining in. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me do a mic check. Can you hear me okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Do I sound okay? I upgraded my phone. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Hi, Joan. Y'all give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Because normally I turn off my air condition because I hear it, but if y'all don't hear it, then we good. It is good to hear from everyone. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Cameron. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited. Hey, Miss Deborah. Yay, I'm glad you received your products. Yay. Welcome, everyone. Let me tell y'all a secret. It's not a real secret, but y'all know I like to keep it real. So I'm aging a little bit, and I go to the eye doctor every year to get my prescription. And I went this year, and guess what they told me? That I gotta wear bifocals. I was feeling some kind of way that I gotta wear bifocals, y'all. Oh, bifocals. So anyway, because I've been wearing glasses my whole life, but I seldom wear my glasses. But since COVID, I wasn't going anywhere, so I just started wearing my glasses. So now I wear my glasses all the time. But when I go live, not when I go live, when I do videos, my glasses always have this little ring in them. So I normally don't wear my glasses, I wear my contacts. So when I found out I had to wear bifocals, I was like, crap, do I have to wear bifocal contacts too? Like I said, I was feeling some kind of way. You know, my pride was hurt just a little bit because I had to wear bifocals. But anyway, I got these bifocal contacts. So I just got them. I just picked them up yesterday, and my doctor said, well, you have to try them out, to see if, because it's a completely different prescription. So I am trying out my contacts, y'all. And let me tell you that I can't see. I can't see very well in these bifocal contacts. So I see your comments. I am going to do the best that I can do. I see them, but if you see me looking crazy and like looking close up trying to read your comments, it's because I can barely see with these contacts in that I'm trying out for the first time. So in hindsight, I probably should have tried them out yesterday. If I would have tried them out yesterday, I would have known that I can't see in them. And I'm trying to do this live and read comment and answer questions, and I can halfway see. But anyway, it's okay. We're going to keep it moving. So it's 7:05. You know, I like to get started. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I'm so excited. I used to go live all the time, but then I got caught up in doing the YouTube videos and I stopped going live. So now I'm live. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Patricia. Welcome, V. If I mispronounce your name, please bear with me. Like I said, I can barely see, but I can talk. So I really just wanted to pop up here to go live to first answer your questions about my new program. So I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And whenever I go live, I always give you an opportunity to ask me any questions about anything. Y'all know I put these YouTube videos out here all the time, and I'm always looking for ideas for YouTube videos. I tell y'all, if there's anything you need to know, just send it to me, drop a comment. I read all the comments because I'm always looking for new information. But anyway, I'm going to start out talking about this Let's Get Growing program that I'm super excited about. If you have any questions, please drop your questions below. Any questions about anything, you can drop your questions below. But I'm so excited to finally announce that I am launching my Let's Get Growing online program. Woo! Yay! So, y'all, this has been like, let's see, 13 years in the making. So in 2010, I wrote on my business plan in 2010 that I wanted a natural hair academy. This was in 2010. So my background is hair, and that I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I've been doing hair my whole life, so to speak. But I took a different route. I went to college, went to graduate school, studied psychology, worked at a local university for 10 years, and then said, stopped, quit, and opened up a hair salon. How you like the apples? That was in 2010 because hair has always been my passion, and not just hair, natural hair. So I started doing natural hair back then, and I realized immediately that I love teaching. I am a great stylist, but I am a fabulous teacher. I love teaching. I'm passionate about teaching. I'm passionate about encouraging women to embrace their natural hair, but not just natural hair. At some point, embracing the natural hair, it grew even more to not just embracing the natural hair, but also embracing the health, right? Because I realized at some point that healthy hair really starts within a healthy body, right? And let me show y'all my shirt. I'm going to show off this shirt. Y'all see this? Good health, good hair. Y'all see that? Yay. This is my shirt. Yay. Because I realized that good health and good hair go hand in hand. Thanks, guys, for the compliment. I appreciate it. Good health and good hair go hand in hand. So just as I've been doing hair all these years, again, I realized health and hair go hand in hand. I became more and more passionate about that, not just for other people, but for myself too. I made the lifestyle changes to change my health, not just for my hair, because I too had hair challenges, but just for my health in general. And as a result, the hair flourished. So again, back in 2010, I wrote on my business plan that I wanted to create a school. But even though I'm a licensed instructor too, my desire was never to have a school to teach students like how to become hairstylists. Like I've done that, but my goal was to teach the everyday woman, you, how to embrace, rock your natural, healthy hair. That has always been my desire. So fast forward now, I've been working on this academy now for over 2 years. I didn't know it would be online, but with COVID, with all the shifts, everything going virtual, here it is. Let's Get Growing is online. So Let's Get Growing it will be the very first class of my Curl House Academy. Yay! So I'm excited that this is like 13 years in the making, and I am releasing my very first class. Let's Get Growing. Like I said, it's the very first one because I have I have a whole list of classes that I plan to teach next year and the years beyond. But Let's Get Growing is the first one. So Let's Get Growing it takes a holistic approach to healthy hair, and it's designed for women over 40. Now, you do not have to be 40 to participate in the class. You don't have to be 40. But what I learned for myself is something about when women hit about 40-ish, we start to think about our health and our hair a little bit differently. Like it's around that 40 mark. Does that make sense to y'all? Around the 40 mark, you start to see things a little bit differently with your hair and with your health. Like for me, whereas in my 20s, it was all about, my hair, every piece has to be in place. It was all about fabulous hair. In my 30s, I was still focused on my fabulous hair. But by the time I hit my 40s, stuff started changing, not just with my hair, but within my body too. The health stuff started changing a little bit for me. And I started just having some minor health complications. And when I started having these health complications, it was like, okay, what am I going to do about it? I started dealing with some hair loss. My hormones started changing. I started getting hot. Just body just started to go haywire. So I just became more focused on my health. And as a result, I started to change the way I started to teach women how to grow healthy hair, because I realized that healthy hair starts within a healthy body. So let me stand up again so you can see this shirt. Yes, I am showing off a little bit. Good health, good hair. They all go together. Okay. For those who didn't see it, let me stand up one more time. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. So yeah, I started to make these changes, and I started to change the way I started to teach women. So my school that I wrote on my business plan 13 years ago, it's still the school, right? But the way I teach has changed. When people talk about their health, and when people ask me questions about their hair, rather, I instantly think about the body. It's just like, it's natural for me. It's like, I can't just, if somebody says, Karen, my hair is so dry, I don't understand why my hair is so dry. I'm not going to ask you, hey girl, what moisturizer are you using? No, I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you, are you drinking water? It's just, how much water are you drinking? Like, it's just natural now. So that's really the direction Curl House is going in. That's the direction I will continue to go in. And that is the direction of my very first class, Let's Get Growing. So the class starts on next Tuesday. I see some questions. I'm going to answer the questions. The class starts on next Tuesday. And this class, let me tell you what the class is all about. The class is serious, y'all. It is not, maybe I shouldn't call it a class. It's a program. It's a 7-week program. So which means I'm going to show up live for 7 consecutive weeks. That's almost 2 months. Actually, the total class is 8 weeks, because I'll give 1 week to just implement some things where we have like a week off. So it's 2 months of learning, 2 months of implementing, 2 months of learning new concepts, new materials. It's you'll receive a customized plan for whatever challenges you're going through. When you sign up for the class, you're going to get like a pre-consultation form so that I can know who's in the class, what hair challenges you're going through, what health challenges you're going through. And for 2 months, you're going to start making some changes, because in order to really get that healthy hair that you once had and you want again, or you could never quite seem to get, and you're trying to figure out how to get your hair healthy and to grow it out, it's going to require you to make some lifestyle changes. And that's what the course is about. And it is, okay, somebody asked me a question. Is it only for natural? Thank you, No, it is not just for women with natural hair. If your hair is relaxed, you can join the class. If your hair is natural, you can join the class. If you have a wave nouveau, you can join the class. If you're natural and you have locks, I had someone recently send me a message and said, hey, Karen, I want to join, but I have locks. Can I join the class? Absolutely. You can join the class. So yes, it is for everyone. Thank you for asking that question. And I see some other questions. I'm going to answer those too. But again, the course is serious. It is, you really have to be in a place where you're ready to make this commitment, to make some lifestyle changes, not for the hair. As I always say to my clients, I'm a trichologist. For those of you who do not know, I also specialize in hair loss. But I always tell people hair growth is the bonus. When you can get some things straight or stabilized within your body, hair growth will follow, y'all. That is the formula. That is how it works. And that is what the class is designed to do. So the workshop is really designed to take this holistic approach to healthy hair and hair growth. Not just topical. Yes, you got a whole booklet. You see this? This is a part of what you'll get when you join the course. This is a workbook, and this will be mailed to you. It has modules in it. I'm trying to see. It has modules in it. Oh, wait. Of course, all the white pages are popping up. It has modules in it. It has activities for you to do at home. This is one of the things that you'll get. So it is 7 modules. in here. These are the different things that we will be talking about within the course. So it's serious, y'all. Somebody asked a question. The workshop is $500, and you can split that up into 2 payments if that works. Hey, Jamaris, thanks for joining. There are payment options available. It is 7 weeks, so in other words, it will be 8 weeks, and it is a big time commitment, not just for me, but for you too. So that I really, really encourage you. If you click on the link, Curl House Academy, that I have in the banner, you should be able to see it. But it starts on next week, next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and it will go for 2 months. And it is work. And it's for those people. I know it's an investment. I get it. But it's for those people who are, if you're able to invest in yourself at this point, okay? At this point, if you're able to invest in yourself at this point, what I noticed was that when I did consultations, so I used to do one-on-one consultations for years. I did one-on-one consultations, particularly after COVID, and I went virtual. And I would do these consultations for women. For a consultation was like for 1 hour, and we would talk for 1 hour, and then I would send them a whole treatment plan. And it was many, many things they had to do within that treatment plan. But the difference is these women had me for 1 hour, and then they had the treatment plan, and they did everything on their own. And I will follow up with them. And the main thing that I heard from every person was the treatment plan was great. The consultation is great. The issue is there was no accountability. So when I practiced trichology in person, and when I actually treated clients, my clients would come to me for eight weeks to 3 months. Every week they would come, and I was their accountability partner. They would actually call me the warden, because I would put my foot down and I would say, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you follow up on this? Did you follow up on that? And that's what this course is really designed to do. It will hold you accountable for some of the things you may not know you need to do, some of the things you do know you need to do, but you will be in an environment where you're with a group of women, not a big group of women, but a small group of women who has the same mission as you, to get healthy and to get healthy hair. So you'll be holding each other accountable. And then I'm going live every week for 7 weeks for a minimum of 1 hour. I say a minimum because y'all know I like to talk a lot. Oh, I do. I like to talk a lot. But I'm going live with everyone for 7 weeks, and we are going to be making these changes together. Lanaya, the class is online, so it's a virtual class. It is set up in a Zoom setting. For those of you who don't know Zoom, Zoom is I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, we can see each other, I'll have a presentation. So even though it's virtual, unlike this live that I'm doing, where I'm actually just reading comments, in the actual course, we'll be able to talk to each other. So it's a little more intimate than this, because if you don't know by now, I like to talk, I like to engage. I used to travel a lot and teach in person, which I love in person because I like to engage with people. But anyway, so it is on Zoom. So if the link is Curl House Academy, it should be on the banner. It should be on the banner. Okay, let's see. Do I plan to do Let's Get? Yes, I do. So this is it's the Miss Antoinette. I do plan to offer this course again next year. Absolutely, I do plan to offer it next year. Lanai, too rich for my blood. Hey, I know you're not able to do it now, but it's okay. There'll be other courses. And people have asked about YouTube videos. Like, well, what's the difference between that and a YouTube video? Because, I have a very, very active YouTube channel. First of all, because I'm a teacher, I believe in giving out the information. I put a lot of information out on YouTube. I try to put out a video at least once a week, because I'm a teacher. I could give out information all day. That's what I do. That's what I love. That's what I'm gifted to do. But I can tell you this, it's not a YouTube video. It's not the same as a YouTube video. As I said before, when I put out YouTube videos all the time, and people still send me messages, Karen, I need help. I need additional help beyond the YouTube video. So it is in the class, even though it's a group class, you will receive a more customized plan that's going to address your challenge, whatever your challenge is. So it's not the type of course where you go online and you look at some videos. No, it's the type of course where you'll be interacting with me for 2 months. And in that course, you will develop your treatment plan in terms of what you are to do to help with your hair growth and your health. That's one of the things. You will be held accountable, and you'll be surrounded by a group of like-minded women who will be doing the same thing. So, and even with YouTube videos are kind of random. The topics are kind of random. Some information is on YouTube, but a lot of this information is not on YouTube. A lot of this information is, again, it's information that I researched, information that I've implemented, and information that works. And in the course, there are a lot of bonuses too. So it's not just the 7 weeks. So yes, you will see me for 7 weeks. You never know. You might see somebody else too. And we'll have some pop-up surprises for some other guests that plan to join me during the course as well. But you get additional things like you'll have a live exercise class. So yes, y'all, we are going to exercise. If you don't do it now, yes, we are going to exercise together. You'll get a ton of books, a ton of ebooks and hard copy books. Actually, I think I have one. Confirmations. I don't know if you can see this. My thing looks confirmations for healthy hair growth now, and this will be shipped to you too after you register for the course. So this is, you see how thick this is, y'all? This is by the company Confirmations. So it's a guided activity book that's really, it was really created to reinforce some of the things that you'll learn in the class in terms of healthy hair and healthy hair growth. And this is also a full activity book. This will be shipped to you as well. And I think it's at least 5 books that you're going to get. Some shipped to you and some you'll receive via email. And another reason why I developed this course, because you all know, if you don't know, I have a product line. I don't know if you can see it, but Curl House, the hair restoration collection. So when I developed this product line before COVID, so I developed the product line back in 2019, and I used the product line with my clients who were dealing with like hair loss and other hair challenges. So they would get this full consultation, and they would have their treatment plan, which really focused on their internal health and external. So products, depending on what challenge you are having, sometimes products is not just the answer. Sometimes you need more than the topical application of a hair product to help you to restore your hair. And yes, I said that. So yes, I have a product line, but because I believe in integrity, I know as a trichologist, sometimes the answer to your hair challenges is not found in a bottle. It's just not. So even with releasing my product line in 2020 to the general public, I was a little reluctant because I know as a trichologist, I just didn't feel comfortable saying, hey, buy my products. This is all you need to restore your hair. So I kind of struggled with that. But eventually I did release it to the public, and so far so good. But that's why I put out so much education on my YouTube channel, and even with this course too, because it is important for me to share with you if you're dealing with hair challenges. And a lot of times, because when you are 40 and over, that something about that age 40 and over, when our body starts to change, you may have to address some things internal that is the cause of your hair loss, or your slow growing hair, or your hair breakage, or your thinning hair, or whatever the case may be. So that's why it's important to balance both products and internal and health, rather, products and health. And that's how you achieve your healthy hair, by taking both that holistic approach. And really, that is what this course is all about, really taking that holistic approach to really growing your hair, getting in good health to have good hair. I know sometimes we may not like the words good hair and what's attached to the stigma attached to good hair, but forget all that. We can have good hair and good health. So let me show my shirt one more time. Just make sure if y'all coming in late, here go my shirt, y'all. Good health, good hair. And anyway, that is what my course is about. So I want us to get growing together, get growing in terms of our health, and get growing in terms of our hair. And some of this, y'all, you already know you need to do this. It's like for those of you who are in tune spiritually, you may have already gotten instruction that you need to focus on your health. So this may just be just a little nudge to help you to focus on your health so that you can have both good health and good hair. Okay, let me be quiet. Let me calm down. All right, let's see. Let's see. So yes, I am going. So I'm looking at these questions, y'all. Y'all know I can't see. But let me see. Let's see. Somebody said they love my book about transition. Oh, thank you, Luana. Thank you for joining. So I did write a book, y'all. Let me go grab it. This is another opportunity to show off this shirt. This is a book that I wrote. It's called Yes You Can, A Quick and Easy Guide to Natural Hair Care. This book was really focused on natural hair styling, the hair in general. It focused a little bit on what's going on internally, but this book that I wrote was really focused, really was designed to help women to embrace their natural hair, to get to know their natural hair, to learn how to style their natural hair. The second book that I wrote, The Black Woman's Guide to Healthy, Thicker Hair. This is also a book that you will receive, a part of the Let's Get Growing program. This book talks about healthy hair more holistically. Let's see. Good evening, Miss Annette. Okay. Thank you, Lanaya, for my teaching skills. This is my gift. I love it. I love teaching. I can teach all day. Y'all can tell I can talk all day, which is why I have to calm down, because I can keep going and going. Let's see. I'm reading some of your comments. Let's see. Yep, that's when it started changing. Agreed. Yes, the 40s do hit a little differently. Confirmations. Yes, it does. And our bodies make us start listening to it. Yes, confirmations. Yes, it does. When we hit 50, it's like our body talks to us. Y'all don't think your body talks to you? Yes, it does. Your body will tell you when something is off. You might get a little ache, a little pain somewhere, a pain this where. You may get like a little foggy. You don't know why. You may not be able to remember stuff. Your body is talking to you. Your body is saying, help, I need something. But unfortunately, it's not until we start to lose our hair or until we start to have hair challenges is when we actually do something about it. I want us to get to the place where we don't have to start losing our hair for us to do something about it. I want us to get to the place where we are living healthy lives, where our health is our priority. That is my desire. That is my purpose. That is what I encourage us, ladies. Let's get healthy. We can do it. We can live long, healthy, prosperous lives. Yes, we can. And we can have fabulous hair. I like them apples. And I am going to be the one that's going to help you to do it. So I really take that body, scalp, and hair approach to hair growth. I focus on the body, then I go to the scalp, and last is hair. Hair is last. So I'm probably giving too much about the class. Let me calm down because you know I can also turn into a preacher. So let me shut up. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure. Let's see. Hello, Karen. It's nice to see you. I don't see your Curl House link in the description box. Do you all see this little banner up here? Let me see. Oh God, I told y'all I can't see. It's curlhouseacademy.com. Let me put it back up here. Can you see it now? Curl House Academy. It should be at the bottom. So it's Curl House Academy. Confirmations, if you can put it as a comment, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of these questions. It should be, can y'all see curlhouseacademy.com as a banner? I hope so. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to get some of your questions because I told you I would answer some of your questions. If you have any more questions about the class, then drop them below. The class starts next Tuesday. You can go to curlhouseacademy.com to register. You'll receive a welcome email starting tomorrow. Registration will close on Sunday. So registration will close on Sunday. curlhouseacademy.com. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. All right, Miss Deborah, next year. That's fine. I'll be doing it next year. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Robin, curlhouseacademy.com. Let's see. I like your content. Thank you, Robin. Sounds like the fee is a bargain compared to all you do. Get in the program. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. It is. It's actually like, this is the first time that I'm doing it. So it is really like my founder's fee. I have put hours upon hours upon hours upon hours into developing this program. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you recognizing that. Okay. All right, Miss Marilyn, what do you recommend for my very dry, gray, natural hair that I can twist my hair? It's very dry. Okay, Marilyn, real quick. I have a whole YouTube video on gray hair, so make sure you Google gray hair on my YouTube channel. But what can you put to twist your hair? When the hair is very dry, a moisturizer and a butter. So if your hair is gray, it's probably high porosity like mine, which means it does not hold moisture very, very well. So you can try, there is a moisturizer and a butter actually by Camille Rose. It's called, oh gosh, it begins with a J. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Camille Rose, Ja something. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it begins with a J, and it's a twisting butter, which is great. You can put a moisturizer. Camille Rose also has a very good moisturizer. You can use the moisturizer and put that butter on top of it. It's called Ja. I can't pronounce it. It begins with the J, but it's by Camille Rose. It's a twisting butter and begins with a J. It's great for high porosity hair. Okay. And let's see, you're 42, you work out 3 days a week, and you sweat a lot. Your hair gets very dry, even in the Wave Nouveau. As per your consultation, I use moisturizer lotion and moisturizing mist. Yes. So when you're sweating, you're working out a lot like me, you want to make sure that you keep that scalp clean as well. So even though you have a Wave Nouveau, you can, and you can double check with your hairstylist as well. For the scalp, you can use a apple cider vinegar rinse. So mix apple cider vinegar with water. You can spray it on your scalp. It's going to help to remove that sweat from your scalp and your hair. The moisturizing lotion and moisturizing mist is great, but incorporate apple cider vinegar as well. I have a YouTube video on it called Working Out, and it'll go into more detail. It's like my workout tips. I go into much more detail about that. Of your products, do you have any growth oil I can use? Actually, I have a hair growth serum among many things. It's not an oil. It's a water-based product. It's on my website, curlhouse.com, the follicle stimulating growth serum. So it's not an oil. It's actually water-based. It has a ton of botanicals in it, and it's water-based, so it's going to keep your hair moisturized, and it's not going to interfere with your Wave Nouveau, because Wave Nouveau requires moisture for maintenance. Okay, so what are my thoughts about hereditary hair loss? Hereditary hair loss, it is just that. It is hereditary. It's in your genes. You're predispositioned for it. But just because it's in your genes, that doesn't mean it's going to manifest. So you might be predispositioned to it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to experience it the way that your mom, your dad, your brothers or sisters experienced it. Now, what I've learned over the years with hereditary hair loss, because in my schooling, that's like hereditary hair loss is like one of the #1 forms of hair loss, period. What I've learned with hereditary hair loss, when your body is in good health, meaning in good health means a lot of things, and I won't go into all that detail now, then it is more highly unlikely that it will manifest the way it may have manifested with other people. So a lot of times we'll look at hereditary hair loss and say, oh my God, I had hair loss. My mom had it. I'm just going to get it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. That is not true. It is not true. So there are things that you can do to prevent it or to address it early on. So hereditary hair loss, again, it's in your genes, but lifestyle plays a major factor in hereditary hair loss. You cannot tell me otherwise. One of the things, a part of the class is a book um, by my mother-in-law is 70, and I posted a picture on my personal page. She is 70, y'all. I think I might even do a YouTube video about her. 70. My mother-in-law is the bomb. She is fabulous. Okay, she's taken care of her health for 50 years. Like, she's vegan, and I'm not saying you have to be vegan to be healthy, but she's vegan. She has focused on her health for 50 years, and it shows. She has hereditary hair loss in her family. Her sisters, her brothers, a lot of them may deal with hereditary hair loss, but her lifestyle, I believe, is what I believe, has prevented her hair loss from manifesting the way it has with other family members. But she's awesome. So hereditary hair loss, I think lifestyle plays a factor in that. Am I going to sell my t-shirt? Yes, I am going to sell these t-shirts. Yes, I am. I love t-shirts. Y'all know in my videos, I always have on a t-shirt. I'm a t-shirt girl. I love t-shirts. So yes, this t-shirt and other t-shirts are coming soon. I have another t-shirt that I'm wearing. So I'm going live again on Thursday that I made too. So yes, I am going to sell these t-shirts. You desperately need help. Is there any other way it's cheaper? Well, Alva, right now, no, the program is not cheaper, but there is a payment plan. And right now, the payment plan is 2 months. It's two payments. If you are unable to do the payment plan for 2 months, like if you're unable to split it in half, send me an email to info at curlhouse.com, and I can work out a payment plan arrangement with you. Until then, again, the YouTube videos, you can certainly send me an email as well. But right now, that's the launch price. But if you need help with breaking down a payment plan, you can email me directly at info at curlhouse.com. And Ava, go ahead and send me an email in general, please. If you got this message, send me an email. Yes, spiritual health to enhance physical health. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Lanaya. You know that's me. Spiritual health to enhance physical health. I think it goes hand in hand. Good health does lead to healthy hair. I'm a believer that healthy hair is certainly good hair. Yes, it is. Healthy hair is good hair. It is okay for Black women to say we have good hair. I know all of the stigma attached to the words good hair because of the origin of it, but now it's like, forget all that foolishness. I can have good hair, and I'm comfortable saying I have good hair because I have good health, and they go hand in hand. And I believe it is power in the things that you say. So even if you're having some hair struggles, or even if you're having some health struggles, you still speak that you have good health and good hair. You keep speaking it over yourself, and eventually, if you keep on speaking it, something is going to click in you, and your words will manifest into physical action. I'm a strong believer in that. So speak those things that are not as though they are. I'm not going to preach. I'm going to keep going. Okay, Cameron, how did becoming a vegetarian affect your hair? Becoming a vegetarian didn't affect my hair because as a health professional, I kind of already knew how to take care of my hair. Now I can say when I became a vegetarian, I don't think I did it the right way. Like, I made up my mind that I was going to become a vegetarian, and that's what I did. Like, I did it like this. I just cut the meat out like this. That probably wasn't the best thing to do because I did not have a full vegetarian health plan in place. So I became deficient in some areas. Like my iron started to get low, my potassium was low because I didn't have a proper plan. But fortunately, it did not affect my hair negatively. In terms of my hair in general, it didn't affect my hair negatively. I feel like my hair is healthy. I am going to do, I think, my next YouTube video. So many people ask me about my hair. How did you regrow your hair? Like, I cut all my hair off 3 years ago. I literally just chopped it all off. I did. And it has since grown back. I think I'm going to do a YouTube video about that journey. But my hair has pretty much remained healthy, even on my vegetarian diet. Now, in terms of my overall health, I realized I needed to add even more protein. So that, because I lift weights, I exercise, I run, so I need to eat more. So that's kind of where I am now, learning how to eat more for my super active lifestyle. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, did I skip over someone? Can you wait, hold on. You really love Curl House product line, especially the serum. Thank you. And the tea. Yes, Miss Antoinette, the tea is back in. It was out of stock forever, but it is back in. Thank you so much. That's it. The almond jai twisting butter. Thank you, Miss Antoinette. For the person who asked with the gray hair, a product that she can use for her gray hair, it is by Camille Rose Almond Jai or Jai twisting butter. That's the name of it. I hope you got it. Yes, you can use argan oil on your scalp. Argan oil, in terms of its comedogenic rating, is very low. So you can put it on your scalp. It's great for your scalp. Argan oil is also a natural heat protector. So we're going into what I call the blowout season, and more people are about to start getting blowouts. So you can use argan oil as a natural heat protector too. Or even if you're blow drying your hair and you're trying to minimize that onslaught of direct heat, you can use argan oil for that too. Argan oil is great for the hair and for the scalp. Okay, let's see. You just started using the products. Do all Afro Natural products all Afro Naturals need to use protein treatments? If so, how and often? Thank you, Dot. Okay, so somebody asked a question. I think I can do this. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay, so in terms of natural or Afro hair, in terms of a protein treatment, somebody asked, do we have to do a protein treatment? The general answer to that is yes, sometimes. So protein in general, between moisturizing treatments and protein treatments, moisturizing treatments always win because our hair is typically very, very dry. But if you are someone who puts a lot of heat to your hair, whether it's the blow dryer, if you're constantly blowing out your hair, or if you are flat ironing your hair, if you have color in your hair, if you're someone who's twisting and retwisting and manipulating your hair a lot, all of that stuff can cause the protein structure of your hair to break down. So if you are that person, again, who does a lot of manipulating, who puts a lot of heat, or who has a permanent color, then yes, you should probably be doing a protein treatment. This is a general rule of thumb. About once a month, right? Because you're breaking down the protein treatment, the protein structure of your hair. So yes, now, if you're not that person, then again, this is a general recommendation. You can do a protein treatment, generally speaking, about once every 2 months in general. So, and I also have a YouTube video on this, the difference between protein and moisturizing and when you need it, and how you can tell when your hair is wet. When your hair is wet, and if you feel your hair, and if it feels kind of gummy and limp, and it doesn't have a lot of elasticity anymore, then you may need a protein treatment. Types of protein treatments, Hydrothermal Naturals has a very good protein treatment, and Apogee has a 2-step protein treatment, and they have a reconstructor, which is a 1-step. You can get that at like Sally's. If you get the 2-step, be very mindful. One is a liquid. You apply that first. You let it sit on for 15-20 minutes, and then you always follow up with a moisturizing treatment. But if you look on my page, I have a video on protein treatments. I think I may even have 2. The Curl House serum does wonders for me. Yay! Fabulous. It is, that serum is something that I created. I love it. Again, it's water-based, The reason I did it water-based as opposed to oils, I know that most scalp products are oil-based, and oils are great too for the scalp. Some oils are great for the scalp. Some oils actually help to enhance growth. But what I realize with a lot of my clients, and particularly with a lot of women of color and Black women, we just don't wash our hair a lot. You know, we don't wash our hair every day, every 2 days, and we shouldn't. But we put a lot of products on our hair. A lot of time the products get on our scalp, and it's just a lot of buildup, and our scalps are dry and itchy and clogged. And you shouldn't apply oil over all of that. So water based is what I use, because water based really hydrates the scalp. And usually that's what your scalp needs more. It needs hydration. And a lot of times we don't hydrate our scalp until we wash our hair. And that can be once a week, every 2 weeks, for some of us, once a month. So the growth drops are water based for that reason. But again, they have a ton of other fabulous botanicals in it as well. Yes, t-shirt. Hold on. Yeah, t-shirts are a staple. They are coming, y'all. Curl House t-shirts are coming. You love shampoos you wash every week. Yeah, every week that's great scalp care. Washing your hair once a week. That's generally what I recommend, once a week, but some of us can do it every 10 days, every 14 days. Just get in the habit of doing it consistently. If you do have dry, itchy scalp, when I did style hair full time, people would come in and say, Karen, my scalp is so flaky. My scalp is so dry. Oh my God, flakes everywhere. I don't know what to do. And I would say, well, girl, you come see me once a month. If your scalp is this dry and flaky, you have to wash your hair more. You can't stay in this protective style and get protective style after protective style. Your scalp is super dry and flaky. You have to wash your hair more. So anyway, get in the habit of cleansing your hair and scalp more frequently if you have dry and itchy scalp. Is that Tyra? Y'all know I can't see with these contacts. TRA or TYA. I'm sorry, I can't see. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what I love, y'all. Oh my gosh, at some point I'm going to start traveling and teaching in person again. And I want all y'all to show up so I can meet everybody and give everybody a big hug. Okay, let's see. Karen. Hey, Karen. You've been natural for 20 plus years. Lately, you notice gel like Eco Styler makes your scalp itch and your hair dry. I do have color in my hair. What do you think of Camille Rose brand? Yes, Camille Rose is great, Karen. I actually recommended a product by her earlier, the twisting butter. Yeah, Camille Rose has a really, really great brand. So Eco Styler is like, a lot of times when people say, well, lately you notice that the gel like Eco Styler makes your scalp itchy and your hair dry. A lot of times it may not be the product that changed. So I don't know how long you've been using Eco Styler. But if you've been using it for a while and it's been fine for your hair and scalp, but now you notice like, OMG, this is making my hair dry and my scalp itchy. A lot of times it may not be the Eco Styler, it may be your hair. Your hair may be changing. So, and your scalp may be changing. And if you're using a lot of products on your scalp and that products is building up, you may have scalp buildup. So I encourage you to clarify your scalp, which is something that I do. Once a month. I'm gonna put this in my YouTube video that I'm gonna come out with probably on Saturday. Clarify your scalp with the apple cider vinegar rinse. So mix apple cider vinegar with water and put it on your scalp. And that may be a reason your scalp is itchy because of product buildup. And if it makes your hair dry, whenever you're using the gels are designed to really coat the hair, make that hair clump together so that your curls are kind of popping, which is a good thing. But on the other hand, it can dry your hair out if you don't properly layer it. So make sure you layer your Eco with a moisturizer underneath. You can even seal it with a light oil so that what's touching your hair is the moisturizer in the oil as opposed to the Eco Styler. So make sure you go heavy on the moisturizer. You can also try another type of gel that has more humectants in it. Eco Styler doesn't have a lot of humectants in it, which are products that really help your hair to retain moisture, like vegetable glycerin or honey. So Uncle Funky's daughter has a gel, Curly Magic, that has a lot of humectants in it. That might be a little better than Eco. Okay, that was a long answer. All right, let's see. Is white vinegar good to use on the hair and scalp? That is a very good question. Is white vinegar? OMG, that is a good question. Just off the top of my head, I'm going to say I don't know. But I'm excited, Lanaya, because I get to look that up. So I don't know. I know the benefits of apple cider vinegar, but I don't know if white vinegar. I know it's astringent. I know that it probably does clarify, just thinking about the properties in general. I'm sure it clarifies, but I don't know. But I'm so glad you asked me that question, because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a YouTube video about that. So I'm not sure. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I am going to find out for you. Oh, wait, that was the question. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, Tony, what mousse and gels do you recommend to help hold curls and put twists? My gray is very wiry and will puff up after taking it down. Let me see. Tony, I know the struggle. I understand the struggle. Twist, two-strand twist used to be my go-to. I would always rock a twist out until my hair turned gray and wiry and puffy. So I totally get it. I do have videos about gray hair on my channel. Check them out. And I will say this. First thing, for twist outs, I don't really wear two-strand twist outs anymore the way I used to, for that exact reason. Because my hair is gray, it's puffy, and my twist out just doesn't hold the way it used to. I'll do a wash and go now. Or I'll use certain gels to do my twist outs. Well, I don't really do twist outs, but if I want an elongated look, then I might use a certain gel, like the Uncle Funky's daughter. It's a great gel to do a wash and go. Or that gel is also light enough that you can twist your hair with it, and it's not going to give you a hard hole, and it is going to give you a definition. Uncle Funky's daughter, Curly Magic, has glycerin in it, so it's a high humectant gel, so it's going to keep your hair moisturized. The gel I used to use like years ago, it's called My Gel. It's not My Gel. It's called My Gel by Joey Natural. I would get amazing twist outs, but now it does nothing. So I recommend Uncle Funky's daughters. If you can't do a wash and go, if you're not a wash and go girl, you can definitely use it, again, because it has humectants in it. It's another one by Shea Moisture. I think it's called Curl Souffle by Shea Moisture. That has a lot of glycerin in it too. So it's still going to give you that wavy look, and it's not going to dry your hair out. Mousse, I like the mousse. It's called the Dew, Douxx. Very good mousse, even though it says, from my experience, you don't have to use anything in it. I tried it. It looked fabulous on day one, but it was a puffball by day one in the evening. I always put a moisturizer. I always put a moisturizer under all of my styling products because my hair is just dry. So try the Dew and try Uncle Funky's daughter. So what are the benefits of honey in some shampoos for natural hair? Okay, Luana, honey is a humectant. So a humectant is an ingredient that helps your hair to retain and, well, to draw and retain moisture. So water in and of itself is a moisturizer. So products with water in it have moisturizing properties, but if you were just to take a water bottle and spray water in your hair, it's going to get wet. It's going to feel moisturized, but it's going to evaporate very, very quickly. But if you take water and if you put honey or vegetable glycerin or aloe vera, these are humectants. Again, these are ingredients that help your hair to retain moisture. So that is the benefit of honey in a shampoo, because it really helps the moisture. It helps with the moisturization process. for your natural hair. It's a humectant. Tony, I have the same problem, but try that honey. It will hold it for a while. Yeah, honey. And also there's a product line. Which one is it? Thank God I'm natural. They have a honey product line that's actually great for your hair too. So Tracy, you're suggesting that she try honey in general? Because hey, I'm going to try it. But there's a product line, Thank God I'm Natural, that has a honey collection that's great for maximum moisture as well. Okay, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Purchase a battery scalp massager. How long does it take to see progress? So from scalp massaging in general, of course, in general, Cameron, it varies from person to person. So if there's a study that was, oh God, I think the study was, I don't know when, 2015. It was a Japanese study. These people massage their scalp for 24 weeks. So I don't know how long 24 weeks is. That's probably about 6 months. 24 weeks, I believe it was 5 days a week for 24 weeks for, you know what? I think I have it over here. Hold on, y'all. I want to give out the right information about scalp massage, and I have it in a book that I wrote. So in terms of, here it is. It was a study. 9 men, they massaged their scalp for 4 minutes. That's it, 4 minutes for a period of 24 weeks. 24 weeks. So 4 minutes for 24 weeks. So in terms of seeing results, whenever you're doing anything that's helping to improve the health of your hair, I always say at least 3 months. Even when people use my products, a lot of people notice the results pretty quickly. I have a lot of before and after pictures. Sometimes it surprises me like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And it's only been a month. But I always recommend 3 months. But because in terms of growth cycles, in terms of how our hair grows, our hair grows in cycles. And 3 months is that cycle where the hair stops growing, the telogen cycle, to when it starts to regrow, the anagen cycle. That's 3 months. So Cameron, give it at least 3 months. Do you recommend using a setting lotion when you roll your hair? Absolutely. You can use a setting lotion. Now, setting lotions may not work for every texture. So it all depends on what texture you have as well. From my experience as a stylist, people who had coarser hair, setting lotion just didn't give it a hold. It didn't last long enough. People with medium or fine textured hair, setting lotion was fine. Design Essentials has a great setting lotion called, I think it's called, I don't know. It's called Twisting something. It's a setting lotion that's really, really good. Or if you want to roll your hair, I recommend a mousse too. So Design Essentials, Natural Collection has a setting lotion or a mousse. Design Essentials also has a mousse called Natural Hair Enhancing Mousse, something like that. That's what I would use to roll hair as well. Okay. So as per my beautician with Nate, with a wave nouveau, should I co-wash my hair only? She washes it and does protein treatments. I have color and there's no elasticity in my hair. In terms of co-washing, no, I'm not a big co-wash person in general. So co-washing, when you're using a regular conditioner, no, I don't recommend just using a conditioner that was designed to be rinsed out that you use for co-washing. Conditioners coat the hair. A lot of times you'll start to experience moisture overload if you're just using conditioner. But there are some product lines that have developed co-washes, so like conditioner washes that actually have some cleaning surfactants in it. You can use those. But just co-washing in general, I'm not a big co-wash person in general unless you are using a co-wash product that was designed with cleansing surfactants. Some people will even take conditioner and rinse it with water. You just don't want that heavy buildup of conditioner on your hair all the time. That is the issue with constantly co-washing. And when I worked in the salon, people would come in the salon and they couldn't figure out why their hair was so limp. And I would say, hey, do you co-wash all the time? And a lot of times they said, yes, I co-wash all the time. So then when you have to go through this process of using a protein treatment to strip the hair of this moisture overload. So I'm not, unless you're using a certain type of co-wash, I would kind of stay away from it. Should I use a product that contains protein in it until I have my 6 week appointment with her? 6 week appointment with her. I'm thinking that's with your stylist. Some products have a little bit of protein in it, and that's fine. It all depends on what product. If you're not sensitive to too much protein, that's fine. Again, some products do have a little bit of hydrolyzed protein in it, and that's fine. But I wouldn't recommend of using a protein treatment all the time. Like products that have a heavy concentration of protein in it, then you're going to get protein overload and your hair is going to feel stiff and hard, and that's going to lead to breakage. So in terms of a product, I'm not sure if you're referring to like a styling product or actual protein treatment. Protein treatment, generally speaking, again, you can try hydrothermals that has a little bit of protein in it, and you can use that once a week. But I wouldn't get in the habit of using protein treatments all the time. Hey, Karen, you're using apple cider vinegar. Yes, great. You are on the right track, Karen. I'm going to talk about that apple cider, the rinses, actually, when I do my YouTube video this week. Let me chance. Any chance for a good health, good hair weekend retreat? All right, Miss Antoinette, that's a good idea. Now you got me thinking. Yeah, because my thing is in person, and I know working with women is my thing. So, all right, I'm gonna put that down on my vision board. I just logged on and missed most of your live. Will you repost this? Yes, Jennifer, I will repost this. Basically, this live. The live was really about my Let's Get Growing program, the program that I'm launching to really help women regrow their hair, to grow healthy hair, to maintain healthy hair, taking a holistic approach. If you're interested in that, you can go to my website, curlhouseacademy.com, curlhouseacademy.com, where I have more information about the program. The program actually starts on Tuesday. It starts on Tuesday. Okay, let's see. Let me see, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Y'all know I can't see. Hold on. Wait, hold on. All right. Thanks, Karen and Tracy, for your advice. This gray hair of mine. Yeah, Tony, go to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos on gray hair. I'm gonna do another one on gray hair, and I'll be wearing my gray hair shirt. I have a gray hair shirt too. I'll be wearing that soon. Okay, what is your product site? My product site, Robin, is curlhouse.com. Curlhouse.com is my product site. Curlhouse.com. When I'm giving my hair a break from braids for a month, can I use a ponytail, bun, or afro puff a few days a week? Absolutely. Yes. Give your hair a break from braids. Yes, you can do a ponytail, a bun, or afro puff. I did a video maybe a couple weeks ago where I wear this little bun thing on top of my head. And I did a full video. I was in a hair salon. My stylist did it. So that's a great style. You can get an afro puff, like an attachable one. Absolutely, to give it a break. Now, be careful when you're doing braids and when you're just doing a break style or a braid holidays, what I call it. Make sure if you're giving your edges a break, make sure your ponytail, your buns, your afro puff aren't tight around your hairline, because again, braids put tension on your hairline. So you don't want to go from one tension style to another tension style. So make sure whatever style you choose, ponytail, bun, or afro puff, that you don't put a lot of tension on your hairline. Hey, Guiltless God, welcome. How long can natural hair grow? The length that your hair grows is contingent upon genetics. So some people can grow hair all the way down to their butt. Some people can't. It all depends on that hair growth cycle. I have a video on that somewhere on YouTube too. So it's your hair growth cycle that really dictates how long your hair can grow. So a lot of times it's not how long can the hair grow, because the hair keeps growing. a lot of times what happens is that you can't retain the length. So length retention, it's a big thing in the natural hair community. And I think this YouTube video that I'm giving thought to, that's what it's going to talk about too, the length retention in terms of how I was able to grow my hair out and what I did. So hair can grow, hair keeps growing. It does grow in cycles. So it will grow 2 to 6 years and then it stops growing and it rests, it transitions, then it regrows. So the 2 to 6 years, that anagen phase, that's the growth cycle. That's what determines how long your hair can actually get, how long your anagen cycle is. Okay. All right. Thanks, y'all, for the Camille Rose. You know, I am shouting her out. Yes, a lot of body. That's right. Set lotion. That's the other one. A lot of body is old school, y'all. The set lotion, somebody asked about a lot of body. That works too. And the cool thing with a lot of body set lotion, for the person who asked me about the set lotion, it is I think it's blue, and you can determine the concentration of it. So if you want it to be to have a better hold, you can put more lotion than water. So if you get a lot of body, the concentrated one where you have to mix it with water, then you can actually determine the concentration, and you can put more lot of body than water so it holds. Anyone heard of Meech hair products? Yes, I've heard of them. I haven't used anything, but I have heard of her. I think she just sold her company. I think if that's the product line. Yeah, she just sold her company to Procter and Gamble, I think. I don't know, but I just read something about her. I've heard of her, but unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. I haven't used her. Oh, but yeah, Guiltless Garb says it is fabulous. So Luana, that's a product line you may want to consider because it's fabulous. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about a moisturizing product for the Wave Nouveau to keep my hair moisturized and get back to elasticity. Okay, what you can do for the Wave Nouveau, you can make this yourself. You can actually get some water. This is what you can make your own moisturizing product that you can hydrate your hair. Water, vegetable glycerin, and aloe vera juice. And mix it in parts of 3. Well, excuse me, no. Mix aloe vera juice and water, half and half, and then you can put about 10% of vegetable glycerin, and you can make your own moisturizing spray bay for your Wave Nouveau. Hope you got that. Okay, I think I might be coming down to the end. Hold on, wait a minute. I've heard of Meech, never used it. Thank you. That's because I used, yeah, a lot of body. Okay, let's see. Somebody said, what causes a burning sensation on the scalp on occasion? No appearance of bald or red spots. Now, burning sensation can be caused by a lot of things. What immediately the first thing that comes to my mind is inflammation. Inflammation, one, and the second is nerve damage. Well, let me not use the word damage, excuse me. Nerves, rather, that burning sensation. Now, what I would consider, Miss JL, in terms of that burning sensation, you said it's no appearance of bald or red spots. The inflammation is what comes to mind. So where's the burning taking place? Is it taking place at the top of your head? And a lot of times that's where it does take place. Those are like clues to me, even though there is no bald spot or appearance of red spots. Now, what I was saying earlier is that your body will talk to you. So if you're experiencing this burning sensation, then your body may be saying, hey, something is off. There's some inflammation. Check the inflammation within your body. You can go to the doctor. There are different tests that you can do to check inflammation. When I did work in a doctor's office, the test that my doctor, the doctor I work with, she would give out the homocysteine test. No, I'm not a doctor, just making a suggestion. She would give out the homocysteine test to check for inflammation. So I would check for inflammation within the body. That may be the cause of the burning sensation. Other burning sensations is a precursor to a certain type of hair loss called CCCA. It's like the number one sign of a hair loss condition, CCCA. You can do a test for that as well. Or nerves. So you may need to see a neurologist. But if you said there's no red spots or anything like that, it may not be any fungus on the scalp, which is a good thing. But I would definitely monitor it. But I would check on inflammation within the body. Inflammation can be caused by many things, stress being one. That nerves stress can cause the scalp to itch. It can cause you to have a burning sensation. So I would check those stress levels and check that inflammation in the body. Now, what I was saying about the hair loss disorder, not trying to scare you at all. I'm just letting you know the general causes of that burning sensation. Thank God there's no appearance of any bald or red spots on the scalp. But remember, as I said earlier, I don't know when you join, a lot of times the body is talking to you. The body is telling you, hey, something is wrong. Help. So if you have a burning sensation on your scalp, check inflammation, check your stress levels and nerves. Okay. All right. Let's see. You have salt and pepper hair, but always always broke off in the crown area. So if you have salt and pepper, first thing, crown area, this area, if it's something that's going on with the hair, it usually shows up here. First thing I think about in terms of broken hair, in this area, a lot of times the top of your hair, you have a texture change. Generally speaking, there's a texture change. And when there's a texture change, a lot of times in this area, the hair may be coarser. Um, I know that's what happened to me when I first went natural. 15 years ago, I cut all my hair off, and this part of my hair just something about it just seemed off. It just wasn't like anything else. The texture is different. That hair has always been coarser. I've always had to treat it differently. I've always had to add more moisturizer in that area because the texture was different. So if that's the case, if it's breaking off, it could be the hair. It could be improper hair care. So you may need to add more moisture, more oils in that area. One, two, if it's itchy, or even if it's not itchy, it may be something right at the follicular level. Is it a fungus, for example? Is it itching in that area? So those are the first two things that come to mind. Or the third thing that comes to mind, I would check with, if it's constantly breaking off, then it may be your body's way of saying, hey, is something going on deeper at the follicular level, and it may be an onset of something else. So you may need to see a dermatologist if you haven't seen a dermatologist. There are some scalp disorders that manifest itself with hair breaking off before it actually starts to thin out or get bald. So it's best to take prevention is best. So you may need to see a dermatologist. So the three things again is check for moisture levels. That texture may be different, so your hair just may be drier, more susceptible to breakage. It might be a fungus, so something at that level. It might be fungal. So if it's fungal, you can try putting tea tree on the scalp, or my follicle stimulating growth drops would be great for the scalp if that is the case. Or it may be a precursor to a hair loss disorder that's coming. So you may need to see a dermatologist or a trichologist to catch it early. Okay, you are welcome, Vay. Let's see. So sulfate-free shampoo is strong enough to remove silicone. So the thing with, because that's a great question, Guiltless Garb, in terms of removal of silicones. Sulfate-free shampoos, just because they're sulfate-free, that doesn't mean they're not going to remove silicones. So they don't have sulfate, but they have other surfactants in it that cleanse the hair and can remove silicone. So it's not sulfate free, doesn't mean there's no cleansing surfactants. It's just not sulfate, but there are other ingredients in it that can remove silicone. So I don't know, like the shampoo that I have, the one that I created, does remove silicones. And also with silicones, it's what type of silicone. Is it a water soluble silicone or not? So I don't know, like in terms of shampoos, most sulfate free shampoos in general have other cleansing surfactants that remove the silicone. So that's like the misconception about sulfate free shampoo, that it's not going to remove silicone. But I will say this, Guiltless, What I recommend, if you're using products that have a lot of silicones in them, then do a apple cider vinegar rinse. It's what I do every month, not the for silicones per se, but just for oils. I put a lot of oils and a lot of butters in my hair and a lot of styling products. And even though you're using shampoos, a lot of that, we put a lot of stuff in our hair. We put a lot of product in our hair. So you can double that with doing a ACV rinse at least once a week, or not once a week, once a month, or depending on what type of silicone you're using, or if you're putting a lot, once a week to remove the silicone. But a lot of the sulfate free shampoos will remove silicone because they have other ingredients that strip the hair. Now, you don't necessarily, there are some clarifying shampoos. Now, again, the word silicone, there are many different types of silicones. So you can use clarifying shampoos that are stronger than traditional shampoos that will definitely remove those silicones. Clarifying shampoos. I have most of the major lines, like I know Uncle Funky's daughter, they have a great clarifying shampoo. Jane Carter has a great clarifying shampoo. And even these products probably don't have sulfate in them, but their cleanser is strong enough to remove the silicone. Okay, y'all give me one moment because this live is going long. My husband is at the door and the door is locked. Give me one moment, then we're going to wrap up. Sorry. Say hi. Oh, okay. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. I said, hey, I'm gonna be finished in 1 hour because an hour and 15 minutes later. Okay, I'm wrapping up. Let's see. I think I'm down here at the bottom. Let's see. How can you straighten your natural hair without causing heat damage? First of all, in terms of straightening your hair without causing heat damage, you need to use the thing with straightening your hair, the temperature is number one. So when you're straightening your hair, the flat iron, I never put my flat iron over 400. There are some stylists who put their flat iron higher, like 410. I think 450 is way too high. 410 is that's okay, 410, but don't have the flat iron up really, really high. Contrary to what people think, you don't have to flat iron your hair at 450 degrees to get it straight. And then secondly, make sure you're using a thermal protector. That's going to help with heat damage as well. And then third, before you blow it out and straighten your hair, make sure you get a protein treatment. Again, a protein treatment, you can put a protein treatment in before you flat iron it, because a protein treatment is like the protein strengthens your hair. So it's important that your hair be strong and healthy going into the flat iron. And I'm about to do videos on that because I know we're entering flat iron season. This fall is what I call flat iron season. But anyway, so those three things: do a protein treatment before, make sure your flat iron is not over 400. And wait a minute, y'all, I just forgot what the third one is. Protein treatment, make sure your flat iron isn't over 400, and make sure your hair is healthy going. Oh, and use a thermal protector. Okay, use a thermal protector. And also and you can do all of those things, right? And if you keep doing it, like the heat damage, from my experience, I always say I never lost a curl when I did hair all the time. But my clients didn't get flat iron. They didn't get their hair flat iron back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back for a year. So if you're putting that amount of heat on your hair, it's a high likelihood, even if you're doing all of that, that you may get heat damage simply because you're flat ironing your hair too much. Or you go to the hair salon and get your hair flat iron, then you got to touch it up every day. Then you'll probably get heat damage. So you want to consider that as well. Are ACV rinses needed for high porosity hair to seal the cuticle? Forgive me, y'all, I can't see. If so, could there be adverse effects using it every wash day, specifically build up on the hair of dryness? Well, in terms of high porosity hair, that cuticle is open. So I typically recommend an ACV rinse about once a month in general. And the ACV, you want to make sure that it is properly diluted. That's one thing. So in terms of the adverse effects, some people will use it every wash day, which might be once a week. It just all depends on what they're putting in their hair. So I have very high porosity hair. I use it like clockwork once a week, once a month, excuse me, and there are no adverse effects. Just in terms of sealing the cuticle, it will help with sealing the cuticle, but I haven't had any, I can't think of any adverse effects from using it every wash day. Now, when it's properly diluted, no adverse effects. So I don't recommend, excuse me, let me go back. I don't recommend every wash day. I typically recommend once a month. Let me be clear about that. But some people will use it every wash day. And yes, because of that dryness, if you're doing too much ACV, it will lead to dryness. So I recommend about once a month, but there are people who do it more frequently. Generally speaking, you have to know your hair. If you know you're someone who uses a lot of products, a lot of oils, a lot of butters, a lot of hair grease, then you may need to strip that stuff out a little bit more. So those people may do the ACV rinse more, but typically, generally speaking, to avoid the dryness from ACV, particularly if it's not diluted properly, once a month. How often should you wash your natural hair? Generally speaking, Tracy, I say once a week, every 7 to 10 days, or some people will go up to every 2 weeks. Now, generally speaking, every week to up to every 2 weeks. Now, if you're in a protective style, if you're in braids, you're in twists, you want to stretch it for a few weeks, that's fine. But just in terms of not washing your hair once a month, what I've noticed when you wash your hair once a month, your wash day is like where you get maximum moisture. I mean, water is moisture. So when you wash your hair is like, oh, I love you, because you're giving it what it needs. When you wash it once a month, it's not getting that maximum moisture. So you can go once a month from, time to time, depending on the style. But typically I recommend getting the habit of washing it every 7 to 10 days or up to 14 days. Okay. I noticed that I see your curls, but not so much. Whoo, y'all. Forgive me, Lord. These contacts I can't see. I noticed that I see you in curls, but not so much long-term protective hairstyles like braids or wigs. And does it not hurt your hair? What is the best recommended protective style? So in terms of me, you're not going to see me in braids. I'm not a braid person for different reasons. I'm tender-headed. I hate sitting getting my hair done. As a hairstylist, we don't like to get our hair done. I don't have time to sit 4 or 5 hours to get braids. And I don't like, in general, tension on the hair. So not like, braids are not bad when you're wearing them in moderation, but I'm not a braid person. Like I might do crochet braids. That's about the extent. So braids, particularly knotless braids, are good. But in terms of my hair and what my hair needs, my hair, because it's gray, I can't, if I'm going to get my hair done and spend 4 hours getting my hair done, I'm not going to wash it out in a week or two. So I don't even get it. My hair needs moisture like clockwork, and braids don't allow me to do that. Now, don't get it twisted. I will put on a wig now. Hold on now. You go to my page, you might see me rocking a wig. I do have a wig that I love. I love a wig so I can slap it on, put my hair in some big twists or some cornrows, slap my wig on, and I can still hydrate my hair. So I do have a wig that I'll wear from time to time. Quite frankly, I like to wear a wig over the winter time. So you may be seeing a wig very soon. So I have that. In terms of the best protective hairstyles are styles where you don't have to do a lot with your hair, like it's up in a bun. Your ends are protected. It's braids. It's a wig. The best protective styles, I can tell you, the best protective style is really based upon the person. So if you're going to do braids are cool if they're not too tight. If you get braids and if you have bumps all over the front of your scalp and the back of your head, that is inflammation. like follicular information, and it's a precursor to hair loss. So if you're getting braids, if your braids are so tight where you can't move your head around and they're too tight, they can lead to hair loss. So braids, like, I'm not a big fan of micro braids. Micro braids, you pick up a little teeny bit of hair and put all of this heavy hair on two or three strands of your hair. That can lead to hair loss. So I'm not a fan of those. Knotless braids are good because it's not as much tension on the hair. I don't like thick full braids that go all the way down to your butt or to your knees. I just think it's just too much hair. It's too heavy on the hair follicle, and that can lead to hair loss. I do like wigs, because wigs, you can take them on and put them off. But the drawback of wig, if you wear a wig too much, if you wear it all the time, you could risk losing the hairline. So if you're going to wear a wig, wear it out in public, take it off as soon as you get home. Protective styles with your natural hair are great. 2-strand twists. So what I was saying in terms of washing your hair, some of my clients, they will come in and get an amazing protective style. So they would get like really small 2-strand twists or braided updo, and they would keep it in for a month. Great protective style with their hair. I love crochet braids. Crochet braids, your natural hair is braided. So, and the synthetic crochet hair is added to the cornrow, which is a really good anchor. So it's unlike braids where you have the hair hanging down low, like where you have more weight. Crochet braids are much lighter because you have from your your natural cornrow. So that would be, those are my top ones. So I have a video, everything that I'm saying all on my YouTube channel. I think I have a video on protective styles and crochet braids. Okay, Kendra, if you're diagnosed with CCCA, can your class help with that in terms of growing your hair back? Yes, Kendra. Yes, it can. I have treated many clients with CCCA. CCCA is central, centrifugal, cicatricial alopecia. It's a type of alopecia that affects a lot of Black women. And when you treat CCCA, you take both an internal and external approach. So to answer your question, absolutely, it can help with that. Because again, the class is going to take that internal and external. In the class, you are going to get like I said, it's not a consultation, but it is like a pre-assessment form, so that I will know what type of underlying issues you already have. And then at some point we'll be addressing your issues specifically. There's also another bonus. I forgot about that. There's a bonus in the class. It's 2 bonuses. It's so many bonuses, y'all. It's a bonus that's specifically for people who are dealing with advanced hair loss. So in the class, you'll have your Let's Get Growing template, your workbook rather, and it has all your modules and all your homework. And again, I'll be going live for 7 weeks. Excuse me. I'll be going live for 7 weeks, but in the class, I'm also going to do at least 2 additional lives that's not a part of the regular modules. So in the class, I'll talk with the group and I'll find out what day works best for the group. And there's a module called Advanced Hair Loss Solutions. So this is specifically for people who are dealing with more extreme hair loss, and they need some more support and some additional solutions. So I'll be talking about the many additional solutions for advanced hair loss, including CCCA. So to answer your question, yes, it's perfect for that. Hey, Cindy. Packed with so much information. Thank you, Cindy. I'm sitting here grinning, smiling. You know who you are to me. So thank you for popping in. Why is my natural hair ends a duller color? Well, in general, that your ends is the oldest part of your hair. Your ends is the part of your hair that has been on your head the longest. It is the part that has been exposed to the sun, which discolors your hair. It's the part that has been experienced to your comb, to the blow dryer, to heat. So that's more than likely why your ends are duller, because they're just older, which is why you should get in the habit of just dusting and trimming your ends on a consistent basis. But yeah, it's just old hair. That's why it's duller in color. That's not abnormal. Texture changes while going through the change of life is a beast. Yes, Lanaya. Oh, texture changes. When my hair went gray, woo, hormones changed. Like my hair is now it is wiry. Like it's this top part, this little part that's in this little slap around bun. This is the part that I always battle with, which is why a lot of times I'll just pull it up and tuck it away because the texture is different. It is. It's like my texture if I mean, I'm looking at a picture of myself in my house. Like when I first went natural, I love my texture. I still love my texture. Don't get me wrong. I love my gray, but the texture is different. I love my hair. That's what I'm trying to say. Because y'all remember, yes, one more time, good hair. So, but the texture is different. And it's just a matter of you have to get to know your hair all over again. And that's what I'm going to talk about on this YouTube video. I think I'm going to release on Saturday. How I was able to regrow my hair after all of these years, after, I cut it off 3 years ago, but I didn't just regrow it. I regrew it with a different texture. And that is just like you said, it's a whole new beast when you have a different texture. It's like you have to get to know your hair all over again. So unlike when you first went natural, and it's like, oh, wow, you cut your relaxer off, you're getting to know your natural hair. When your texture changes, it's the same thing. It's like you already know your natural hair. Now you have to get to know your gray natural hair, or your texture change, whether or not it's gray or not, or your coarser hair, or for a lot of my women who had cancer and they survived cancer and they had to go through chemo and their hair fell out, or they cut their hair off and it came back a different texture, and it's like, what is this? Then you have to redo it. You have to get to know your hair all over again. So yeah, it is a beast. I'm with you. I agree. What's the best way to grow hair in a pinch? Isaiah, what is in a pinch? Does that mean what does that mean? Quickly, let's see. I'm a 4C boy just looking to grow a few more inches. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Okay, a few things. I can give you a few tips for growing your hair in a pinch. Well, the first tip is you can't grow your hair in a pinch. So a pinch is like this. Oh no, a pinch is like this. Oh, you mean grow your hair quickly. So a few things. It's part hair growth and partly retention. So hair growth is internal. So make sure, one, you're drinking, at least if you're a boy, drinking at least 3 liters of water per day. So healthy hair growth is 2 to 3 liters a day. With men, I typically recommend 3 liters. So make sure you are drinking adequate water. That's number one. You can put serums on your scalp to increase hair growth, such as rosemary. It's clinical trials behind rosemary. Rosemary increases hair growth. You can start massaging your scalp 2 to 3 times a week with rosemary oil mixed with jojoba oil. You can do that to increase hair growth. You want to make sure proper blood circulation like through exercising and through scalp massages. That increases hair growth. And then once your hair starts growing, you want to make sure you retain what you have. And that's more so hair care. So if you really want to maximize that length, I suggest, in terms of what style, do a style where you're leaving it alone. So I'm using the word protective loosely. I like protective styles, but a lot of times with protective styles, people will start to neglect their hair. That's when I don't like it as much. So do styles like twist or comb coils where you're not manipulating your hair. So low manipulation styles, and that's going to help you to retain the length that you grow. That's my grow your hair in a pinch in a nutshell. Of course, you can look on my YouTube channel. I got a ton of videos on hair growth, and I'm going to put another one out this weekend. Okay, let's see. And I am wrapping it up soon because my husband is home. Let's see. Does normal and medium porosity hair need more or less moisture? Thank you. So moisture is moisture. So it doesn't matter whether or not it's normal, medium, or high. Your hair needs moisture. Now, it's just how your hair is able to retain the moisture. So curly hair in general, because the hair is curly, the oil or the sebum that our scalp naturally produces, because it's curly, it just can't travel down the curly hair follicle, making it drier. So our hair needs moisture in general. Now, normal and low porosity hair, everyone's moisture cycle is different. Moisture cycle just describes how often you need to moisturize your hair. Some people need to moisturize every 2 days. Some people can go 5 days. Some people got to go every day. Just from my experience, sometimes with higher porosity hair, because your hair, the hair receives moisture quickly, but that moisture is released just as quickly. Then some people with higher porosity hair may need to moisturize their hair a little bit more, every day, every other day, just depends on the person. But normal or low porosity hair, it really just depends on the person. You have to figure out your moisture cycle. Got a YouTube video on that too. You have to figure out your moisture cycle, or in other words, how often you need to moisturize your hair, whether or not you're normal, medium, or low. Normal hair, it can take in moisture slowly, but usually that moisture stays in the hair a little longer, particularly if you put some type of oil on your hair and seal in that moisture, it might stay moisturized longer. But that question is, it's relative, because it really depends on your hair. You have to determine your moisture cycle. All right. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Deborah. Thank you, Lawana. No, Lanaya, I have not used that Rev dryer, but I'm going to get one. I want to do a review on it. So you can expect that. That's one of the things I'm going to do a review on for my fall series, that, and I'm also going to do a review on a steamer. So, because I am going to do a full blowout on my hair, and I'm going to do it not live, but I'm going to do a video on how to do a blowout. I do a blowout. Normally I do one blowout a year. So when I say blowout, I mean flat iron. I just do one a year. That's it. I'm not a blowout girl either, but I do one a year, and I'm going to get that Rev Air reverse hair dryer to see what all the rage is. Yes, using heat only once a year, that's perfect, Lawana, because heat in general, that can cause breakage when you use too much heat. But you can definitely, your hair is resilient, so you can definitely use heat on your hair, and that's okay. You are welcome, Jiminy. You're welcome. Hey, Donna. Why does it take your crown so long to grow? I have shaved my hair twice, thinking each time my crown would grow to get some length sides in the back, but each time the crown is shorter. So shaving your crown, Donna, is not the answer for growing the crown area long. If you're dealing with any type of hair loss or slow growing hair, shaving it is not good. Shaving it doesn't help at all. You're just shaving your hair off. So the crown area, just in terms of your, trying not to get too scientific, your androgen receptors, the hair in the crown is a little different, right? The texture a lot of times is different. It may grow a little slower in the crown area, which is a lot of times with natural hair. We have what looks like natural layers, because the hair in the top, that hair is different. Now, in general, if you're noticing the hair is growing much slower in the crown area, that might be an onset of a hair loss disorder. Growing slower in the crown, usually that's what starts to happen. Genetic hair loss a lot of times, and even hormonal hair loss can lead to slow growing hair. So I'm not saying that's what you have, but if the crown is getting shorter, that means it is growing slow. It's either growing slower or it's breaking off. So you definitely need to do some scalp care in that area. Of course, there are products that you can use to help stimulate growth, and you can take that full holistic approach, what I've been talking about, to healthy hair growth, which is what my program is about. Healthy hair growth, taking a full holistic approach to regrow your hair. But it's common. I wouldn't say it's normal. It's common for your hair to grow slower. But if it's growing slower and shorter, then it's an underlying issue. It's the scalp itchy. That's one question. Have you seen the dermatologist? Is the hair breaking off? So a lot of times slow up here, it may be hormonal. Do you have imbalanced hormones, which can come from a wealth of things? So I know that's kind of like a vague answer. You can certainly shoot me an email, info@curlhouse.com, and you can give me more specific information so I can answer your question more specifically. You are welcome, Tracy. Yeah, so in the fall, you can go to every 2 weeks. Every week in the now and every 2 weeks, that's perfect. Because even sometimes when I go in my cornrows, when I slap my wig on, the most I'll stretch it is 2 weeks. The most I'll stretch it is 2 weeks. That's because when I slap on my wig and I have my cornrows, I can still get to my scalp. I can still clarify my scalp. So every 2 weeks is cool too. Yes, my shampoo is a gentle clarifying shampoo, guiltless. It's not a strong uh, clarifying shampoo, but absolutely, it was designed specifically for scalp disorders, for dry, itchy scalp. So it definitely has clarifying properties in it, but it's also slightly moisturizing too. So it was designed specifically for the scalp. It's not like a super, super high lather shampoo either, because it was really designed to clean the scalp. So yes, it is. Yes, that my headband wig. Yes, Miss Deborah, that's my favorite. I'll be whipping that bad boy out soon. Okay, one last question, Bay. Is it safe to use your hair nourishing leave-in conditioner in combination with the Wave Nouveau moisturizing lotion and finishing mist? Absolutely. Yes, you can use my leave-in conditioner because that also has the glycerin in it. So my leave-in conditioner is a lightweight leave-in conditioner. Let me grab. You can't see it, but it's a very lightweight leave-in conditioner, so you can definitely use it and double up with your other products. And this leave-in conditioner, unlike most leave-in conditioners, is actually designed for the scalp too. So a lot of leave-in conditioners is designed for the hair. So mine is designed for both. It's light enough for the scalp. So there are certain ingredients, most ingredients that's in styling products, most ingredients that's in daily moisturizing lotions and conditioners, you shouldn't put them on the scalp because they can clog the scalp. Great for the hair, but clogging for the scalp. My leave-in conditioner was designed to be used both on the hair and the scalp. So yes, you can use it in combination with your moisturizing lotion and finishing mist because it's light enough for both. And the reason I created it like that, because when in my trichology practice, when I treated clients and I washed their hair, I went through this whole scalp routine, right? And their scalp was clean. And it was like, oh my God, I had all these hairstyling products, but it was like, oh my God, I don't want to put all this crap on the hair because it's going to get on the scalp and it's just going to cancel out everything I just did. So anyway, I couldn't find any type of leave-in conditioner that was light enough for the scalp for my client's hair. So I developed my own. Okay, Miss Antoinette, thank you so much. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you, Luana. I love y'all too. Thank you for listening. I think I'm right down in here wrapping up. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My hair, believe me, when I get through this class, I'm slapping this bad boy in braids, put my wig on. Okay, Miss Antoinette, you are looking forward to the weekend retreat in the next iteration of Let's Get Going, calling it by faith, and I'm receiving it by faith. Thank you, Kanika. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Tonia. Hey, Consuela. Hey, girl. Hey. Let's see. Sorry I'm late. How can I join in on the classes? Let me put this banner right here. Okay, so this is for those of you all who are late because it's 8:30 and we are wrapping up. I have a class that's coming up. It's starting on September 12th called Let's Get Growing. I have the website curlhouseacademy.com. It's really, I created the class as a supplement for the products because you all know I have a product line. But I know healthy hair starts. Here we go. I'm showing just about the fifth time I showed my shirt off. Good health, good hair. So good health and good hair kind of go hand in hand. So I really designed the class as a supplement to the product line, because I know in terms of hair loss or slow growing hair, people are sometimes products aren't just enough. Products do have their place. Products do work for some. Some people, all they need is a product. But the program, Let's Get Growing, a holistic approach to health and hair growth for women over 40. It was really designed for women, who are over 40, because a lot of times that's that age where we have other challenges in our body, and hair growth is just a result of a symptom, rather, of things that's going on within the body. So that program, it launches on next Tuesday. It is 7 weeks. So for 7 weeks, I'm going live exactly the way I am now, but you will be able to talk to me. So here I'm live on YouTube, and I'm just talking to my phone, answering your questions. In the actual class, we're on a Zoom, and we're with a group of women, and we're supporting each other. You're talking to me, I'm talking to you, I'm answering your specific question. We're going through the curriculum. You're going to have homework, you're going to have milestones, you have work you need to do in between the weeks. So it really is a commitment, and it's an investment, and it's really, really awesome. And it's 8 weeks, and it starts on Tuesday, and it will be recorded in case you miss a week. But of course, I really encourage you to join the live. So it comes with a lot of bonuses. What I just showed you is the template. We'll have additional bonuses. Actually, it will be, even though it's 7 modules, it'll be a total of 9 lives, because I'm going live to two additional bonuses. One is going to be specifically about gray hair. That's going to be alive. And the other one is going to be specifically about advanced hair loss solutions. So it's just a program that's packed full of goodies. And if you want more information or to register, it's curlhouseacademy.com. The class does cost $500. It is payment options. If the payment options you see on the webpage don't meet, if you need an additional payment option, just send me an email directly. Okay. Let me see her get. Have you ever? Yes, I will create a creamy leave-in conditioner with my line. Yes, that is actually, I'm in the process, Guiltless, of creating an additional product line that's all about hair, like all about hair. Let me see, hair styling. And a part of that product line is going to be the creamy leave-in conditioner. So the product line I have now is really designed for, is really designed, it's more scalp care. So it's not a styling product included. So it's really scalp care. The next line that's coming out, a part of my line, will be your styling products, your styling creams, your creamy leave-in conditioner. So speaking that one by faith too. And you are very welcome, Guiltless. Kanika said, yes, caffeine drops, great. Caffeine drops are great for the scalp. If you want to ingest caffeine, that's great too. Green tea has caffeine. That's also great too. So thank you for that, Kanika. Let's see. I think I'm in the home stretch. Let's see. Crystal, henna. What's the best way to deep conditioner with the current henna treatment still work? Yeah. So I used to do henna all the time. So because henna, when you apply a lot of henna, it can get your hair really, really dry. So you would deep condition the same way that I wouldn't deep condition on the same day you apply your henna. So apply your henna, rinse it out, condition your hair the way you would normally deep condition it. And then your second shampoo, you can deep condition the way you currently deep condition under a hooded dryer. I hope that answered your question. Thank you for going above and beyond what you planned. You went extra mile. You are welcome, Miss Deborah. Whenever I go live, I always leave some time just to answer your questions. I know you all support me. You look at my YouTube videos. I appreciate that. So when I am live, if you have questions, you can catch me now. Catch me now. And Miss Sharon, thank you. Y'all are very welcome. All right. I think I got through all the questions. So I'm going to wrap up right now. Again, I'm going live again, but I'm going live via Zoom on Thursday. So on Zoom, it's different from this type of live because you can actually ask me questions. If you're not on my mailing list, you can join my mailing list. If you go to my webpage, curlhouse.com, you will see a pop-up that says join the mailing list. So on Tuesday, I will be going live and I'll actually be answering your questions live via Zoom as opposed to this format. So if you're not on, and you'll get the link will go out. I believe the link goes out tomorrow for that one. That is the actual Zoom. If you're not on my mailing list, again, curlhouse.com. If you don't see the pop-up, you can send me an email to info, at curlhouse.com, and I can put you on my mailing list so that you will get the link for that live too that I do on Thursday. But again, that live is just like this one. I'm just doing it again via Zoom. Okay, y'all. Hope you all register for my class. Hope we can get growing together. Again, curlhouseacademy.com. Thank you for listening and joining in. And until we talk again, stay fabulous. Love you guys.